embroideries are past, entangling the pattern of the eyes between my eyelashes aerially, of which at the center met shaping a flower, or perhaps a star. It did not bloom or shine. A cup of a cloth, the table doily, from which I dared not lift my head. I was his prisoner. I was the flower. I was the star. Look this way, look that way. There was no way out in the embroidery I was lost in. Only edges, closed margins.
Old-fashioned decorations, often and often accompanied by old tables, round like the one Davide was drumming his fingers on. The polished wood was wounded by the blows of time. Dense and splashes of blue tempera escaped from childish hands, now belonging to those now no less than 58 years old. On the side, scratches from a cat that had exhausted all 7 of his lives at least a decade earlier. There were no pets or children to wreak havoc on that May Day, and my fiancé had just stopped torturing the table with his finger rhythm.
The silence was interwoven with sound. The refrigerator complaining with an insistent humming. I brought the tea to my lips, still too hot to enjoy, but it nevertheless had the power to assure my senses with its warm and fruity aroma. There is nothing like an ordinary action to combat the intensity of a tragic moment. And at that moment, at the table, sat 2 strangers, now gathered in a circle of infinite meaninglessness.
Mrs. Ricamo, Davide's grandmother, had taken her last breath before the sun rose on the new day. And here we were in Palermo, in the sleeping house. Looking out, it seemed that even the trees were old, with glasses, beard, and cane in hand. Yet they were green. Davide was not looking for a diversion, nor for his grandmother's soul, with one of the curious objects all lined up on the nearby shelf. He knew how to absent himself from his own eyes, like a porcelain doll. Suddenly, he rose to his feet, no collar on his lips, and slipped on his leather jacket as it came to him, without looking at me, or coming to me.
Without a kiss, he opened the door and let himself be sucked into the sunny street. I wanted to shout, to tell him not to go or to wait for me or to speak to me, but the embroidery I was lost in now wrapped around my throat like ivy clinging to oak. Davide!